What is strength? What does it mean to be strong? This question is what Ippo Makanouchi asks himself consistently throughout his journey to the top of Japanese boxing, dominating the featherweight class. Strength is defined as the quality or state of being physically strong. But this isn't the strength Ippo wants. He already has that. He wants to know what makes a person mentally and spiritually strong. The anime based off George Morikawa's manga has only 3 seasons currently. I haven't read the manga yet, but is currently one of the longest ongoing manga series to date, rivaling One Piece. Ippo's whole story and boxing career is unknown to me past season 3, so I'll be covering the first season of the anime and the other 2 in separate videos, retelling Ippo's journey, trying to figure out what strength truly means. Strength, past the physical meaning, is something a lot of us are trying to find throughout our lives. Unconscious or not, we hope and pray for the strength to overcome our past selves, our self-destructive tendencies, and most importantly, the willingness to change. At the start of Ippo's journey, we find him in school as a socially awkward teen who has no friends in his final year of high school. He's asked to hang out with some of his classmates, but he refuses. He can't. Ippo must help his mom out with a family business. He's been helping her ever since his dad passed away when he was younger. On his way home, Ippo is picked on and beaten by a group of bullies, but doesn't stand up for himself. A passerby comes to Ippo's aid and scares off the bullies as Ippo passes out, waking up inside a boxing gym taken there by Takamura, the person who saved him. Trying to cheer Ippo up, he shows him how to throw a punch and is impressed by the kid's natural ability and gives Ippo a couple of boxing tapes, igniting his passion for the sport. Ippo tells Takamura that he wants to become a professional boxer like him, and Takamura ridicules him and tells him it takes a different breed to become a boxer. Ippo asks his burning question.
How does it feel to be so strong? How does it feel to be strong like you?
And Takamura tasks Ippo with catching 10 leaves before they hit the ground in one hand, and if Ippo completes this task within 1 week, they'll teach Ippo how to box. Ippo isn't having any luck with this, but his tenacity wills him to accomplish his goal and learns how to throw a jab. Takamura takes Ippo to the gym to start his training, where the head trainer yells at him for bringing in such a weakling, so they set up a sparring match with an up-and-coming young talent, Miyata. Miyata, trained by his father, a former pro, has been training since he was a kid and is better than your average 4-round pro. In their match, Ippo runs around and lays down some of the weakest punches, so Miyata knocks him down with a left hook. Ippo doesn't stay down, surprisingly to everyone in the gym. Takamura instructs him to keep his guard up and survive through the round. Miyata lays down some jabs until he throws a body blow, knocking him down again. But Ippo gets back up. He won't quit. Ippo runs around the ring, surviving blow after blow to the body, and barely survives the first round. Ippo starts the second round on the offensive and backs Miyata into the corner and whiffs the right cross. Throwing more jabs, Ippo finally throws a straight right and breaks Miyata's guard, then throws another straight right and narrowly misses Miyata, who barely dodged the punch, ending the second round. Ippo starts the third round using his 1-2 combinations, but Miyata lands a right on Ippo's chin, knocking him down for the 3rd time. Getting back up, Ippo gets sent straight back to the floor, but he won't quit. Getting up again, he keeps up his barrage but doesn't land a punch, while Miyata picks him apart. Ippo is on the verge of falling after every punch by Miyata, but toughs it out until Miyata lands the 3rd knockdown of the round, knocking Ippo out, ending the match. The chief is impressed with Ippo's sparring match and tells Takamura to bring him back so he can make a real boxer out of him. Takamura throws water onto Ippo, waking him up, while all the other boxers introduce themselves and tell him he's accepted into Kamagawa Gym and is overcome with emotion. The chief starts to train Ippo and makes him do some mitt work, building up his foundation. The chief teaches Ippo how to throw an uppercut and gets help from Kimura and Naoki on how to shadow box until they start bickering with each other. Takamura tells Ippo to get some new boxing shoes. At the store, Ippo almost gets finessed by the owner, and so Miyata helps him out by picking out the right shoes for his style of boxing and fighting. Ippo is persistent to hang with Miyata. He doesn't just view him as his biggest rival as the series progresses, but also one of his closest friends. Miyata opens up to Ippo about his and his father's relationship, telling him that his goal is to avenge his father by adopting his fighting style and to become champion to prove that his father's style does work even though he lost in his title match. Their rematch begins with Ippo flying out of the corner, throwing a barrage of punches to no avail due to Miyata's great footwork. Miyata throwing his first punch is dodged by Ippo as he returns a right cross, sending Miyata to the floor. Going in to finish Miyata off, Ippo throws the same punch but is countered by Miyata's right as Ippo falls to the floor. One knockdown apiece. Ippo gets up and keeps pushing forward so he won't be at Miyata's outboxing will, and he lands another right, knocking Miyata down again. Miyata doesn't stay down, but if he gets knocked down one more time, the match is over. Ippo goes in and throws an uppercut that barely grazes him, but he countered the punch and Ippo goes down violently, but he beats the count and makes it through the first round. Fuji is impressed with the match but is taken away by Ippo. Both fighters are extremely exhausted going to the second round, and Ippo takes the initiative until Miyata clinches the whole round to buy him some time to recover. Miyata hammers Ippo with body blows at the start of the third. Ippo, barely able to move, takes a blow from Miyata, knocking out his mouth guard, falling to the floor. But Ippo doesn't quit and gets up, heading to the fourth and final round. Miyata goes in for the finish, having Ippo on the ropes. He's looking for the knockdown. Ippo finds an opening in Miyata's barrage and barely lands his uppercut, sending Miyata to the floor. Miyata's legs won't work as Takamura keeps counting, but he doesn't make the count, and Ippo wins. The chief commends Ippo on his fighting spirit while Ippo collapses from exhaustion. After their match, Ippo learns from Takamura that Miyata has left Kamagawa Gym. Ippo trains with Takamura for his upcoming match, and in his match, Ippo gets inspired by Takamura's first round knockout. Leaving the arena, Ippo bumps into Miyata, and he tells Ippo he left because boxers from the same gym can't fight as pros, so they'll settle their 1-1 score at the final match of the Eastern Japan Rookie Tournament. While getting his pro card, Ippo runs into Mashiba, a fellow featherweight and my favorite opponent of Ippo's rise to glory. During the written portion of the exam, Ippo makes a fool of himself. In the boxing portion of the exam, Ippo does very well. Not getting hit by a single punch, he knocks out his opponent with a straight right as Mashiba watches as Ippo wins his applicant match. Mashiba's match is right after, and he destroys his opponent with his flicker jab. Fuji introduces the two boxers to each other. Mashiba tells Ippo to switch weight classes, but Ippo tells him he promised to meet someone at the Eastern Japan Rookie Tournament, so he won't switch. Ippo gets his boxing license, and on his way home, the same bullies start giving him shit until Ippo shows off his skills, and they're stunned. Back at the gym, Ippo learns about his debut match.